Hey, what's up guys, Chelsea, welcome back to Fate Grand Order, Servant Interludes. Last time we did Juliang's. Now, I think I'm just gonna, go top down. We'll do, Da Vinci's. Not even the almighty hand can reach here. Which sounds mildly, concerning. Like, who is the almighty hand? Like, what do you mean by that? These are things we need to be, told ahead of time, ideally. But I'm sure it's fine. Probably. It's probably fine. I don't know why it wouldn't be fine. Oh, London. Interesting.
Reshifts.
Sorry, I just woke up like 45 minutes ago, so I'm still, actually, no, I guess it was actually about an hour now. So that my voices aren't coming to me properly.
Reshifts successful, senpai. 19th century London, the fourth singularity has already started to correct itself. There's still a great deal of mist, but
It's a normal mist. It's not the demonic fog, so it should be safe for the residents. I don't see any carriages moving. They might still be, concerned that it's not so safe. Which, you know, I wouldn't blame them. In all honesty, I could not blame them. It should gradually go back to normal. The iconic scene of people in carriages on the streets should return soon enough. That's all thanks to you. Eventually we'll need to fix all the other singularities like that too. Yeah, I mean, we've already gotten a start on a lot of them. Or, I mean, technically they're all already fixed, but you know. Well, reshifting to the singularities and corrections to the abnormalities are all unprecedented. So it's not that there aren't any concerns. Enough of that, I'm sure we'll learn more as we go. For now, let's just keep moving forward.
Understood, Doctor. Foe. Oh, Foe, you with us again? When did you?
Now that we've finished the small talk, can I get down to business? Can you hear me, Da Vinci? Do we need to prove our existence and adjust Shiba's elevationing all this time? Actually, are you sure you can leave all that to me and the staff? You can always come back, you know.
Uh-huh. So you caught me already? I guess it was inevitable. Don't worry so much, Dr. Roman. We're in a singularity that's already finished correcting itself.
Or mostly.
Besides, this place is close to the modern age. It's the 19th century. With the abnormality corrected, proving our existence shouldn't be too hard,
Even for you. Wait, what do you mean by that?
I know, but I just wanted you to understand what was going through my mind when I turned around and realized you had disappeared. I was afraid. I was petrified. Hardly half a second had gone by when I thought, huh, what the heck is that technical advisor doing? Is she playing? Relax, think of this as training in case of an emergency. In case there comes a time when I'm not around. Okay, it's been a while since I've been in London. Now that the pesky demonic fog is gone, let's see. Oh darn, things have barely gone back to normal. How disappointing. And where did we reshift to? Soho? We can't have any fun here.
Seriously? Is that supposed to be a critique?
I wanted to go to Hyde Park. I wanted to go to the department store to shop with all the wonderfully fashionable ladies and then head over to a club to socialize with the gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm not asking to get to be a noblewoman, but I had at least hoped to cut loose a little.
I see. To have fun as a lady, huh?
I expected, senpai. This is so like Da Vinci. First she race shifts just to take a break. Now she wants to enjoy herself by flouting the usual gender roles of the time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, calm down, Ritsuka and Mash. Don't get swept up by that oddball's whimsical nonsense. Yes, Da Vinci, the reason why we race shifted here this time was not so we could go sightseeing, but
I'm pretty sure she knows.
I'm impressed, Ritsuka. You're starting to get me. Don't worry, of course I know. I know that a small abnormality was found in the fourth singularity. and I have a general idea of what it is. Our destination is the British Museum in Regent's Park.
A tourist destination! Indeed.
That's right, Senpai, but the British Museum is... First of all, I was the one who observed the abnormality. Well, there was also something else that bothered me. And I wanted to see it myself, so that's why I'm accompanying you. Of course, I wasn't here to sightsee. Right.
I don't tell meaningless lies, because such a lie would eventually point towards the truth.
That's why whenever I make any nonsensical lies, it's to ride along with someone else's lie. Right, Romani?
If you say it that way, I don't really have a response to that.
QFO!
Whoa, I sense some criticism coming from over there. Come on, foe, don't suspect the pretty big sister like that.
The nerve on her to call herself pretty big sister is rather impressive. Yes, impressive.
She is the fair Mona Lisa, after all.
That's the spirit. This version of me is the true Mona Lisa, except no substitutes. That makes my smile the world's greatest smile. Right? Fuck you. Though to be honest, yeah, I'm in no mood to smile right now. If only we were at least near Westminster, we could have swung by the National Gallery. Isn't that, Senpai, I believe it's an art museum in Trafalgar Square. Correct, it seems some of my work is displayed there. And it's also a piece of work that I was the inspiration for. Oh.
You seem dazed. Everything alright?
Yeah, what's up, Mash? What you doing? Oh, my apologies, Master. I was just thinking about what Da Vinci meant. Things that she directly worked on, or things that she was the inspiration for, remain years after. Have your work preserved in museums and have it received praise and admiration from those who see it? I assume many people have seen it and been affected by it. Yeah? I just thought that must be a very wonderful thing. Fo. Yep, it's one of the perks a cultural servant like her can enjoy. Most heroes make a name for themselves through the legend of their battles and victories. But it's truly rare to leave a lasting imprint on the world through your work alone. In that sense, Leonardo da Vinci has left an indelible mark on this world. She truly earned the title of Universal Genius. It's the absolute truth, and Da Vinci is still considered to be the personification of that genius. Keep praising me, Romani. Yes, I'm not only a helpful and beautiful big sister, but I'm a true genius to boot. The beautiful big sister part is a bit much. By the way, the work of yours exhibited in the National Gallery is a painting, right? Yep, a large painting. Did you think it was some mysterious code? No, not really. That would have been interesting, but I only thought that for a second, okay? What about the piece that you were model for? I still can't believe! Because, like, again, I mean, we talked about this way back in... Did we talk about it during Camelot? I don't remember. But I still can't believe that that book actually, at least according to you, at least what you guys told me. I don't know. Sure it is. I never looked into it, but I can't believe that book actually spawned actual like conspiracy theorists, like. And made people think there actually was that's still crazy to me. Like an obvious piece of just like fiction and that's still kind of insane to me. I don't know. What about the piece that you were model for? Is it a painting too? A portrait? Oh! Wrong. Verrocchio, my mentor in painting, used me as a model to paint a legendary being. Legendary? What was the theme? Something that was modeled after Da Vinci. Well, it was the Archangel Raphael. Oh! The Archangel Raphael? Isn't that angel almost always... Mash. Mash. We've been through this multiple times. Da Vinci is only a female servant because they wanted to be. In life, they were... Okay. Isn't that angel almost always depicted as male? The Archangel Gabriel is usually the one who's frequently depicted as female. Oh, but wait, if the male Da Vinci was the model... It doesn't matter which gender I was back then. My mentor, Verrocchio, modeled the angel after me. Besides, it's up to the artist to decide how to depict his subject. So... In other words, the angel was not drawn to look like Da Vinci. But the angel was drawn based off of Da Vinci's way of life. Is that what you mean? Even so, doesn't the angel look too handsome? His soul, at least. Damn! Haha. Thanks for those interesting reactions, Ritsuka, Mash, and Romani. What the heck? I'm getting, like, pain in my wrist whenever I put it down on my mouse pad. What the hell? I hope I'm not getting, like, carpal tunnel. Well, however I looked, I was extremely beautiful. Archangel or not, bring it on. I thought he looked like an old man. Oh, I see. Are you thinking of my portrait as an old man? Well, I won't deny that. That was, after all, how I looked at one point. But you know, changing one's appearance is like changing clothes. You say that so casually, but I can't really imagine that. You think so? Yeah. Kinda. Oh. We've managed to get to the basement. Oh. Yes, Fo, that's right. The Mages Association hasn't been completely fixed just yet. Most of the British Museum itself has been restored, but this area is still the way it was before. You know what's interesting? This has to take place... So, Da Vinci as a character didn't come out until Camelot's release, right? At least I think so. But this, based off her armor, this clearly takes place before Camelot. Because if it was post-Camelot, she would have the full Final Ascension armor. Right? At least I think she would, wouldn't she? So it's like after she came out, they retroactively did it to where it took place probably right after London, or maybe after America? Unless she was out as a servant. No, she was out as a servant before Camelot, wasn't she? I feel like I vaguely remember you guys saying she'd been out for a couple months at this point. Or at the point of Camelot coming out. So yes, maybe this would be like after America then, but before Camelot's release. So that, yeah, I guess that would work. Most of the British Museum's been restored, but this area is still the way it was before. Thank goodness. So if the correction of the singularity had progressed much further, we wouldn't have been able to infiltrate this place so easily. Especially for a place so labyrinthine. This place is the Mages Association's ultimate secret. This place is like a type of armory. It stores a bunch of rare and extremely precious books. And yet we got in so easily. That's also made it easy for shady characters to sneak in. Do you feel it, Mash? Yes, I sense some magical energy up ahead. Senpai, please be careful. Foe!
Prepare for battle.
I suspected the spellbook-type enemies. I thought the effects of the demonic fog were no more. Thick clouds of mystics naturally lay dormant in Britain, even without the demonic fog, for in a time when reality is correcting the age itself. The fact that there are man-eating books around isn't surprising to me at all. Here they come. That sounded completely crazy, but she said it like it was normal. Anyway, yeah, it's time to battle. I mean, we've seen weirder at this point. we've seen much weirder, Roman. Just don't worry about it.
If you think too hard about it, you'll just lose your mind.
楽しませてね、なるべく。
I don't have anyone better to put in over Ibuki, so
加減が難しいわ
I'll
ね。
just leave her be.
よ、
罠を仕掛けるのは楽しいね。仰せの通りに。
と、
言って。
Crit, please. Thank you. You think?
いただきます。ごちそうさま。はい。どうします。
I'll full combo it. I don't know if... Okay, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of it ending up going to waste if I full comboed, but... And it in fact did. It did go to waste. Oh, they sigh.
いいんじゃない？そいつでいいのかな。これで。
At least they're all dropping mats. I assume it's just gonna be the forbidden pages. That's usually what these guys drop.
決着ができる。望むと了解。どうします。アンサー。
She'll probably just straight up kill this first one before. No, never mind. Unless she crit, yeah.
取った。
I was say she might just kill that first one, but nope.
切り札。こちらが先だ。
It looks like none of them are gonna
切り
die.
札。こちらが先だ。
They'll all, or I know this guy's gonna die.
こちらが先だ。
The other two, not so much.
言って。
More books. The Grimoire of Doom.
では、俺も力を貸してやろう。さあ、ドリムマウス、よろしく頼むよ。
Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, use what I got.
そいつでいいのかな。
アンサー。
Having it free invincible will undoubtedly be a boon.
切り札。こちらが先だ。
Get countered.
プラガロック。プラガロック。
I love Bazet, she's so good.
そういうのもあるよね。了解です。了解です。
Her animation isn't flashy or anything, but still, like, by far one of my favorite Noble Phantasms in the game. Like, not even... Oh, I won't say not even close, but like...
強化完了。了解。
It still has a pretty comfortable lead,
これで。
I would say.
楽しいね。
Yeah, just a bunch of forbidden pages, like I thought. Assassino. Assassino. Cappuccino. Yeah, we'll keep this squadron as is.
All enemies defeated. Good work, Senpai.
You... Da Vinci, you pushing yourself?
Not at all. Actually, this is fun. My job normally doesn't let me accompany you like this. To freely walk around, huh? Since we're short-handed at Chaldea, it somehow became my job to build up the anti-infiltration program. It's not a particularly taxing job, but day and night it's just been work, work, work. Work, 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 work. But ever since you formed a contract with me, I've been able to get involved in battle. Now that you mention it, it is rare for you to be with us from investigation to battle. Right, that's why I'm really happy. I'm excited. If it was field work, it would have been even better. Field work? If I'm outside, I can go all out. Making a bonfire in a place like this is frowned upon, you know. I didn't think it was true, but Leonardo really seems like she's out camping. I heard that, Romani. Oh, sorry. Wait, that wasn't all bad. Was it? Oh. Anyway, so is this labyrinth the source of London's abnormality? Da Vinci seems to be convinced that it is, and the fact that we encountered demonic books is all the proof we need. But the readings on my side aren't all that clear. The Mages Association bounded field that was originally there has reappeared, and it's interfering with our ability to gather information. Who knows? Man-eating books hardly seem strange to me. Besides, I might have made a mistake. I was still human after all. Da Vinci making a mistake? That sounds odd. I didn't think Da Vinci made mistakes. Of course she does. Everyone does. You saw through me. You're right. Oh, what a big head. Like you said, I probably don't make mistakes. I'm almighty. Will many desire to be so? I truly am. Kotomina Kire comes out of nowhere, just whaka! Hand through the back of her chest. Or through her back, through her chest. That's why I'm a bit saddened. I didn't want our reunion to be like this. During my time, I had not a single equal. I was a genius after all. Not just any genius, a universal genius. The talents that I was born with were not limited to any single field. Painting, sculpting, architecture, carpentry, anatomy, natural science. Ah yes, and magecraft. All fields of human knowledge were my playground. There was nobody who was equal to me. Everyone trailed behind. Leonardo. But still, there were a few who could match me in a handful of fields. For example, yes, you. Who? This goo is actually voiced? Have I just never heard it before? Like, it's not making the same sound that most monsters do. It's actually going magical energy detected. From what I'm seeing, it looks like a ghost-type enemy. Shall we do this? I came here to see you, Michelangelo. Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess he's the only one from the same... Yeah. Wait, Mash and Ritsuka aren't gonna be like... Wait, what? That's a bit... I thought they... okay, it's probably gonna be an after-battle dialogue, so maybe they'll be like, was that really Michelangelo? At least I hope so, because I feel like that's a odd thing for them to just skip over. Yeah, hit him with that staff. Hit him. Alright, let me, whoops, wrong one. Boom, boom, boom. Alice-chan, get in here. Alright, this will do. Alice will kill you. And then Bazit will lay a beat down. I'll lay a beat down on these fools. Alright, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Damn. I should have done Bazet, Alice, then Bazet. So that way that last Buster could have crit on this one. Oh well.
はい、どうします。静かに。ワンツー。暗殺英圧イングズ。行って。マイエンジェルスラッシュ。
Yeah, we could have finished it right then if I'd done that. Damn. How heckin' rude of you.
どうします。
What did we do to deserve getting our NP drained? That's fucked up. Crit? Damn. Unfortunate.
どうします。いいわ。負けないぞ。浅い。
But it's all good as long as we win. And that's all that matters, winning. Ghost of Michelangelo. Which again, seems like it kinda came out of nowhere. But, you know. What do I know?
静かに。
Answer her.
アンサー。
It would have been real awkward if she had done the other line, the retaliator one, instead of answer her. Would have been real awkward.
浅い。切り札はこちらが先だ。フラガラク。
That's what you get for trying to use a skill on us. You fooled. Absolutely fucking railed, mate. Fucking destroyed, mate. Oh yeah, there you go, Castoria. I'll get you one of these days. For now, I'll have to make do with fucking supports. For now. For now. Sorry, Michelangelo. Goodbye, Michelangelo. Well, it was only where the arts were concerned. My dear friend, you had a gift that was comparable to my own. But I wonder, why were you hanging around the Mages Association library? Or perhaps, did the abnormality of the singularity cause any lingering spirits lurking around the British Museum to fall underground? Perhaps the truth really is something silly like that. Fofo! Either way, Michelangelo, I'm a little relieved. I'm glad you didn't end up in the throne as a heroic spirit. Oh. Well, there goes my wish for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles riff event. Well, I mean, I guess there's no guarantee of that. Michelangelo could still end up being brought in. And they could just ignore Da Vinci's interlude saying he couldn't entirely. Like, they could. Or maybe make it to where she just was mistaken. And that him being a ghost here doesn't necessarily mean anything. But I still kind of want that a riff on TMNT. Just have the namesakes of the Ninja Turtles go around. I don't even know how they would justify it, but they could come up with something, I'm sure. You know, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael. I keep forgetting the last one. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello. That was it. I'm glad you didn't end up in the throne as a heroic spirit. At least your soul should rest in peace now. Rest in peace, the other Uomo Universal. Da Vinci. Oh. Or maybe just make it so she was like just mistaken that this wasn't actually Michelangelo. Did you have a special relationship with him?
Well, it's hard to say. He really was somebody truly special to me, but I'm not sure how I can express our relationship. I'm a genius. He was a genius. I'm sure you know the name Michelangelo. Yes, Michelangelo is a widely known artist, also known as the Renaissance Man. Especially his sculpture, paintings, and designs were considered the work of a true genius. Yep, right. I'm a big fan of his David as well. Well, yeah, I guess I did like him. I'm not sure if you call it love, though.
More than Mona Lisa? No, never. Well, maybe not that much. Foe? That was a quick answer.
I pity Michelangelo. Well, I don't know what he was thinking while he was wandering around. I died before him. Maybe it's this. His feelings just accumulating here. And a lot of things happened to get them all twisted and warped. Something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you're satisfied with that, then I'm fine with it too. The fact that you were acting different than usual, well, I'll just say that was my imagination. Anyway, the minute abnormality in the singularity seems to have stabilized now. Okay, let's prepare to head back. Good work, everyone. Yes, Doctor, good work. Okay, Doctor. Can you ray shift us back without my help? I can. I've always done it. Wait a minute, have I done it properly?
Usually I make adjustments in the background. I'm joking. You've always done it fine.
Wait.
Have I never done adjustments on my own? That's fine, you're not alone. I'm here and so is the staff.
And of course, Ritsuka and Mash. If I say it, there's no mistaking it. It's lonely doing it all alone. Let's have some fun. That's not what I mean. Fuck you!
Poor Roman. I'm sure things worked out fine though. Oh?
That happened a while ago. It was sometime after fixing the 5th or 6th singularity.
Yeah, it was right before going to Uruk. Oh, okay. So it was post Camelot. Then why was Mash in the weaker armor? Okay.
That brings back some memories. That was supposed to be a lesson for you, but that message came right back to me. Yeah, right. It hit me hard. I can understand Michelangelo's feelings now. I can see why he would turn into a troublesome ghost. It sure is painful having to continue work even after being left all alone.
Is this... interesting? Maybe I'm reading too... maybe that's just like after Roman... No, that has to just be after Roman's sacrifice, right? So like during the Epic of Remnant portion. Because the only other way I could see that is if this is actually after this version of her was killed. But why would they make interludes for a version of her that no longer... But I mean, that did take place in the past. I wonder if she's saying that, like, maybe she became a ghost and is still working to help? Chaldea, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's do our second one as well since we're here. A gift from a little devil. What could that mean?
I was there for my mother when she died. I suppose I should be grateful for that. And I am, truly.
Are you? You don't sound it.
That all happened a long time ago. A very long time ago. My family were notaries in the village of Vinci. Had been for generations. They were pretty well off, all things considered. My parents were never married. My mother, Katerina, was beautiful, but she was also a peasant. Back then, there was no way she or my father, Messer Piero, could possibly have been permitted to make their love official. In others' eyes, she just wasn't good enough. I don't want to say it because it's too crass, but that's essentially what people thought of their love. So that didn't stop them from having a beautiful child together. This is me, Leonardo. And boy was I cute,
I think. But according to what I've heard and considering what I look like now, how could I not have been? I mean, this version of you is kind of very... Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, what am I saying?
Of course I was adorable. Let's just leave it at that. When you're only like this through manipulating your spirit origin. But...
Getting back to my mother, Katerina. She married another man after she gave birth to me. They had many children of their own. That's all well and good. It was certainly better than continuing in a relationship that can never lead to marriage. And she didn't have to worry about me. My grandfather and uncle on the Da Vinci side took care of me. I grew up healthy and happy, and it wasn't long before my abundant talents started helping me accomplish amazing things. But I never forgot about my mother. It wasn't an obsession, really, but I thought about her often. I think it was Botticelli who said that enough is plenty. It certainly sounds like something he'd say. Anyway, when I was about 40 or so, my mother fell ill. She died shortly thereafter. I had a bit of money back then, so I tended to her sometimes. That's why I was able to be there when she finally slipped off. Oh, I held her funeral as well. It was a rather nice funeral at that.
Did her other kids from that other guy not take care of her? Why were you the one doing it?
It was a rather nice funeral at that. Strangely, I can't recall whether I cried at all.
Huh.
Truly. I barely remember it at all. Still, I think I probably did. I was still a strapping young lad of 40 back then, after all, so I must have been more sensitive. I feel like back then, 40 wasn't really considered young. Even now, 40 is not really considered young. It's more like middle age. About 40 is middle age now. So, back then it probably was like old. I was still a strapping young lad of 40 back then. After all, so I must have been more sensitive. Most importantly, I wasn't the universal genius back then that I am now.
What, did most of Da Vinci's, like, major works not occur till after 40?
What's this? It seems your repose last night was somewhat less than restful, Miss Ritsuka.
Yeah, we were dreaming of Da Vinci.
Did something unusual happen once again while you were asleep? My understanding is that this would hardly be the first time.
I dreamed about Da Vinci.
Huh? Me? I wonder why that could have happened. I must say I don't recall it. Of course, there's no reason for me not to take you at your word. It could be that our connection is much stronger now that we have a contract that allows me to accompany you in battle. Anyway, I'm flattered. Sort of irritating that you're not able to control it, but that aside. We should be glad our master's having new and interesting experiences.
So, just what kind of dream are we talking here anyway? Not the kind you're probably trying to... poke at us at with... I think you were talking about someone?
Perhaps it was something related to an experience of hers, from her lifetime. I wonder who it was. I knew so many interesting people in my lifetime. Was it Botticelli?
Well, you did mention Botticelli.
Mikey. Lorenzo the Magnificent. Maybe Isabella d'Este. By the look on Miss Ritsuka's face, I would say it was none of those. It may not, therefore, have been someone of great historical significance. A question for you. In your dream conversation, how would you describe Miss Da Vinci's emotional state?
I think she was smiling? I don't remember seeing any tears. Vinci?
Did I wake you? Or were you still up? Either way, sorry for bothering you so late. So I'm pretty sure you've guessed why I'm here. I couldn't get our conversation from earlier out of my head.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious who I was talking to you about. You know, in that dream you had. First, though, I should apologize. I think I had it figured out as far as who it was once you dropped that little hint. I just didn't want to get into it there in the command room with so many people around. Even if I'm just filling in, I'm still their boss. It's hard to talk about sentimental stuff around them. Holmes, well, you know him. I'm sure he's got this whole thing figured out already.
Probably.
Anyway, like I said, I'm pretty sure I know who it was. I was talking about my mother, right?
Yeah.
Katerina of Vinci Village. My beautiful mother. She never did get a chance to raise me, but she still brought me into this world. She's the woman who gave me life. I loved her so much, and I'm sure she loved me too.
Did she look like you do now? Probably not.
Who knows? Though I am pretty sure she had a lovely smile. Things were complicated. She was my mother, yet yes, but she could never marry my father. Maybe I've already told you about this within that dream, so I'll be brief. I spent the last years of my own mother's life with her in Milan. I was doing pretty well for myself back then, so I took steps to bring my birth mother to live with me. Not long after she got so sick she collapsed.
I remember going a little out of my mind, not knowing what to do.
Looking back, I realized I may have foolishly been responsible for shortening her life.
I don't... it's hard to say that.
It'd be a lie to say I didn't regret that, but still. I wouldn't trade those 2 years in Milan with her for anything. How familiar are you with my paintings? Ever heard of one I did called Virgin of the Rocks?
No. Let me take a gander. Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen this. Is it displayed in London or Paris?
Both. Although my apprentice did one of them. I think? I'm not sure. I painted it in Milan a few years before I had my mother come live with me. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But I also went way past the deadline on it. Things happened, you know. And I ended up delayed so long all you could do was laugh. That's no laughing matter? Well, yeah, you're right, it's not.
Boy, was the priest who commissioned it pissed. Then again, I was pretty pissed too once I saw what he wanted to pay me for it. I mean...
As the name suggests, it's a painting of the Virgin Mary, the Madonna, sitting among some rocks. I think when I was making it, I must have been longing for some maternal presence myself. That's how it seems to me now, anyway, with the benefit of hindsight and all. While I was painting the Madonna, I started to miss my own mother, so much so that I ended up having her move out to Milan to live with me. I'm sure you've heard the saying, no use crying over spilled milk. Me, I've always had a different take on it. You can't put spilled water back in the pot.
I think that's about the perfect summary of human life. I guess.
Although if I'm being really honest, I think I might like the way Sun Tzu put it the best. Thus we have heard of stupid haste in war. Cleverness has never been associated with long delays. Thus, prompted by Miss Ritsuka's dream, the heroic spirit Leonardo da Vinci has a premonition, and decides she would like to take some manner of action. Just as she did when she brought her mother to live with her. Do I have that right?
How long have you been there? Is Holmes right?
I hate to admit it, but I suppose he is. I do want to take action here. Just like I did with my mother. And if I'm going to do that, I'll need your help, just like last time.
Last time? You mean with Michelangelo? Yeah, the first one had to have been just during Epic of Remnant after Roman, wrote his sacrifice. And that's why she was talking about after being left alone. Because the only one who would even like probably visit her in a workshop and like talk with her and maybe give some helpful insight was Roman. And without him, she's basically alone. You mean with Michelangelo?
I'm so glad you remembered. Yep, exactly like that. I suppose I'm being a bit nostalgic again. Coordinates set for Europe, on the outskirts of Milan, 1524. This appears to be a minute singularity, most likely caused by a small holy grail or a grail fragment. It's just as you said, Da Vinci. I can't believe you called it so accurately before the command room could observe it with Sheba. I thought this might be a good time to try my hand at Freudian dream interpretation, but it seems that won't be necessary here. Most impressive, Da Vinci. Just the sort of thing I'd expect from you. Though I suppose something of that ease may be owed to the precision of Master's dream. Commencing race shift. Please be careful out there, Senpai.
Matane. Bye-bye. I'm sure we won't die, probably. Maybe, hopefully. I would certainly hope not. Here we are.
Ah, this is a sight for sore eyes. I haven't seen the Duchy of Milan like this in ages. Fo! Pasta Fo! Oh, Fo, you snuck along too? Are you sure you wouldn't rather be with Mash? Fo! I see.
So you like beautiful women, do you? As it happens, I do too. What good taste do you have?
Race shift successful.
Ratings show you should be in the eastern part of Milan.
Good. I must admit, though, that this is a different time period than when I lived here, so I don't know the place so well as it is now. It was pretty peaceful back then, but France and Venice always loomed large as threats. As much as people went about their lives quietly, there was a certain tension in the air. I remember the local hotshot, Il Moro, took a liking to me. I used to play the lyra for him.
Lyre as an instrument?
Sure is. Fo? Alright then, let's just go for a walk and see where we... Well, never mind that.
Looks like we race shifted to just about exactly where we need to be. Oh, how convenient.
There they are, plain as the nose in your face. They could have at least waited till nightfall.
Ghosts.
See? Fow! Fow! Wow! Hostiles detected. A lot of them. It looks like they have the Holy Grail with them. Alright, let's get the show on the road, shall we? I'm, of course, a combat genius too, so just sit back and let Da Vinci handle this.
Let's see what you got.
Here they come. Just look at all these demons. Man, they couldn't be more obvious if they tried.
Maybe we should have brought other servants along. There were still some servants hanging around Chaldea during Echo of Remnant. We maybe should have brought one or two of them with... I mean, maybe the implication is that whoever we use in battle are the servants we brought with us. Maybe. But I feel like it's actually implied there that it's just us and Da Vinci, which maybe isn't the best idea. But I'm sure it works out fine. It always works out fine, so why wouldn't it now? Ow.
Yeah.
just do full effectiveness.
ここでまっすぐ
Nice. Well, that's not ideal.
どうします？はい。
は
If I can get all crits. Yeah, no.
ーいごめんなさいね
I say if I got all crits, I could kill it with the quick cards, but unfortunately, that did not happen.
やりますそういう
Because why would it? When would everything or anything go our way like that? It wouldn't. That's what.
後よりどうはい。アンサー。
But yeah, I don't know how much of Da Vinci's story about her mother is like real or not, and what's just fate kind of filling in blanks, but it is rather interesting. But I guess the guy she married, her mother married after or his mother, whatever, after
もちろん。どうします？
she couldn't marry Da Vinci's father. I guess just didn't want Da Vinci around? Or Leonardo? Which is unfortunately common.
評価完了。
But it still sucks.
戦いですから
I feel like nowadays though,
加減が難しいのよ
most
ね
people
ますわよ
would just dump someone who was telling you to get rid of
望むところ
your
だ。
current kid.
もちろん
I
は
would,
ーい
most, not all. I've heard some stories of,
アンサー。
yeah, no. Some not so great
まっすぐ
mothers,
そう
yeah, abandoning their kid when they found someone new. Not abandoning, but
こちらが先だ。
paying a significantly less attention to.
フラガロック。処理班を呼びました。そのまま眠っています。
Borderline abuse. Even if not necessarily physical, but, you know. Anyway, a topic I shouldn't go into. I can only imagine how prevalent it was in these times that they lived when lone women didn't do very well. At least we've made progress in that regard. Still.
That takes care of them, but... Oh, that's right, it's not over yet. Still more of them here.
The BBEG in particular, I can tell it's not a servant, but it's still got a lot of magical energy. They must BBEG, what? It must have absorbed the Holy Grail fragment to get its magical energy levels up this high.
You're right, Da Vinci. I can see those exceptional magical energy readings from here, too.
It must possess a small Holy Grail or a fragment of a larger one.
I figured, yeah. And don't you just look the part. Hey there, Salai.
Oh?
John Giacomo Caprotti. Well, she lived. Da Vinci took him under her wing when he was still a young boy. He became Da Vinci's apprentice in Milan in 1490, where they grew as close as family. Family? Now I see, since he died in 1524, this minute singularity must have occurred when a small Holy Grail turned him into a ghost. It would seem you were right on the mark, Miss Da Vinci. The Sly I knew already had a fragment, so I figured he must have been the one affecting Master's dreams. I had a hunch, really, and it turned out to be dead on. Though I wish it wasn't. You're You're the only person I ever knew who would think to pester me like this, Soleil. Still, why is it a ghost this time around too? Ah well, I guess you never did get to a point where you'd be enshrined in the throne. Besides, if you were, I'm pretty sure all your bad habits would put you pretty firmly on the anti-hero end of things anyway. Was he really that bad? He was a beautiful kid, adorable even. Oh, I love this curly hair. He may not have quite been at my level, but he was still as lovely as an angel. Defoe! Willem Dafoe! She's leading off by extolling the virtues of pretty boys. That's our Da Vinci, I guess. He was a freaking brat too. He was easily 4 times as mischievous as the average person. He used to sell my shoes just to buy candy, steal my silver brushes. Hell, he'd steal anything that wasn't nailed down, really. Broke my pots while we ate. Why did you shelter him again? Like, just thinking about it pisses me off. Still, I gotta say, a brat like you appearing before the maestro as a wandering ghost, just like what happened with Michelangelo, takes me off even more than I thought it would. Shut your damn hole! She's like, I'm gonna get you back for all the times you broke and stole my shit. You know, let's say, you'd think if he wanted candy, he would just ask Da Vinci for money. Right? Like, you would think. But instead he stole from him, at the time anyway. Like you're being a place to live, food to eat. If you want candy, just ask for a couple of... But I guess it was less... Maybe he just wanted attention. That could well be the case. Never know what goes through the minds of children. Especially the ones who've been dead for, 500 years. Never knew. Bazet, not Da Vinci, really is kind of OP, huh? Like, she's a very simple to use character, but that simplicity is what makes her good. There it goes. Hostiles eliminated. Automatically collecting Holy Grail fragments per the usual protocol. Foe. And collected. That takes care of that. Damn it, Salai. I heard you died 5 years after I did. Why'd you have to go and do that while you were still so young? What a damned waste. Even if it was just bad luck that led you to the Holy Grail and turned you into a ghost. You have no business dying while you're so young. You really were nothing but a pain in the ass till the end, weren't you? You probably wanted to have a real talk with him, huh? I don't know about that. Sure, he ended up an evil, rampaging ghost, but I think that suited him in an odd sort of way. What better way for a hellion like him to cause as much trouble as he wants, after all? True, I guess. In that sense, we were lucky to meet him like this, in his truest form that he could be. I guess. Hey now, no getting all gloomy on me. If Da Vinci says it's okay, then it's okay. Sure, I do like that sensitive side of yours, though. I hope that's something you can hold on to, always. Oh! Alright then, what do you say we get ourselves back to Chaldea? I'm sure you'll sleep soundly tonight, Master. Any dreams you may have will surely be sweet. I hope so. Rather not have awful dreams. I'm trying to remember if I told this story or not. I think I did during Zuliang's. About how I, had a dream about, yeah, right? I think it's, yeah, I won't get into it again. I think I told the story. Yeah. Hey, Maestro? I don't get it. You held a proper funeral for your mother, right? So why aren't you doing anything this time around? Oh, Maestro. This is why you still have all those regrets, you big dummy. Yep, I get the feeling that's what Elias was telling me. I know he wasn't actually saying anything, of course, but that's still the impression I got. This wasn't a prediction or anything like that. Just a feeling. I mean, you knew him better than we ever could, I guess. I swear. That little imp never did have any problems saying the sort of things no one else would dare to. But you know, Salai, even if I couldn't give you a proper funeral, I still feel like I gave you a proper send-off. Even if I'm the only one who feels that way. Alright, guess I better start getting things ready. Well, getting my spare ready, really. No telling when my number could be up, so I've got to be sure I'm ready for anything. Is this... When did this release? It had to have released before Part 2 Prologue, right? So they were already hinting at things with her interlude. Or, I mean, I guess that there's no reason this couldn't necessarily have come out after the Part 2 Prologue. Like, it could have. Huh. So I gotta be sure I'm ready for anything. That's probably part of the reason why Soleil showed up now. Demons have long been harbingers of death. Well, Maddie, yeah, let me know. Did this come out before or after the Part 2 Prologue? I'm curious. Well, Maddie, you know what? I think I'll model it after my childhood appearance. Sure. Holmes probably already has an idea of what I'm up to, but I don't see him having an issue. He may always play it pretty close to the chest, but he had my back again with this, and he kept his mouth shut when he should have. I wonder what you'd think about this plan if you were here. You'd probably have a big problem with it, wouldn't you? Well, sorry, I've just gotta go through with it. Lady Luck has been awfully kind to me in this life and in the last. So to make up for that, even if my next death does turn out to suck pretty badly, I think I'll just have to roll with it. Yeah, no, it was rather unfortunate. You get speared in the back by a hand.
Not the best way to go, but could have been significantly worse, I suppose. I'm sure there's probably worse ways to die. Probably. Probably. But anyway. Actually, you know what? Instead of having you guys tell me, I can just look at it myself. Hang on. FGO, when did Leonardo da Vinci's second interlude come out? Leonardo da Vinci's second interlude for a cast version was released in Japan in 2021. Oh, so her second interlude released way after. Like, one of the unlock requirements for it, oh, I see, is clear the Arc 2 prologue. Wait. But the info it's showing me is very much not correct. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, the okay, fucking Google's AI prompts or search things gave me very wrong info at first. Because it was saying it came out in 2021. No, originally came out on May 9th, 2018 on the Japanese server. It's permanently has the game as part of Interlude Campaign 5. Upgrades to Noble Phantom. Yeah. Okay, in 2018, May 9th, 2018. That would have been. Would that have been after LB2 came out? FGO LB2 release date. No, it would have been after LB1, but before LB2. Because LB2 came out in July. Okay. But yeah, I hate Google's fucking AI answers. That's the first thing that pops up. Like, occasionally they'll give correct info, but you can only find out it's correct because you have to go searching for actual posted information. But most of the time it's usually wrong. But so either way you have to end up going looking. Even if it is correct, you can't trust it, so you have to look. It's like okay, well, still. Alright. I was say it'd be interesting if they had put that out before Part 2 prologue. But I guess that would be like way too like, because people would then expect her death upcoming at some time in the upcoming Part 2 at that point. So I guess, yeah, I guess it was a silly question of me to question when it came out. But you never know. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they did put out something that early that kind of gave away her demise. I wouldn't be surprised at all, really, if they did do that. But yeah, no, it came out after Part 2 prologue and LB1. Oh, and about 2 months before LB2, so. Which I guess it makes sense they would still be putting out interludes, or a interlude for that version of her, given her writer version wasn't even anywhere close to coming out yet. So makes sense. But anywho, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. That was Leonardo da Vinci's Interludes. Yeah, next time we'll keep going down the list and we'll do Sakata Kintoki, who I can only imagine will have a interesting interlude or interludes, because he's a very rambunctious guy, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.